everybody and let me know if y'all ready back there. All right.
You ready? Everybody ready?
We thanks the press for coming. It's such a sad occasion. Seem like mothers and kids and are crying all over America by the killing of black man, especially here in Savannah, Georgia. My name is Elder James Johnson. I am the National President of Racial Justice Network. You wonder who and what is Racial Justice Network? Racial Justice Network were born out of National Action Network, the Reverend Al Sharpton organization, where I were the state president of South Carolina for 6 years there in South Carolina under the direction of Reverend Al Sharpton. First of all, I want to say my condolences goes out to the family who are having a very hard time with this death. We believe from what we were told that the killing of Mr. Maurice Minson stemmed from a racial profiling incident, simply because the officer that stopped Mr. Eric Johnson told him that another officer in another car said that he ran a stop sign. Not the officer that stopped the car, another officer said he ran a stop sign. Racial Justice Network in this community wants to see that dash cam from that other officer, so we can know if it's racial profiling, if he saw Mr. Johnson ran the stop sign. We hope this mayor means what he said about transparency. This community and this family do not want to wait another day to see the dash cams, because the stories were reported in the beginning that Mr. Maurice had a weapon. Now we know that white folks can carry weapons into the courthouse and every place else and never get shot down. But we want to see the cam. The community wants to see the body cams, and we don't want to wait, because when we wait any longer, it looks suspicious in that the police department of Savannah is covering up. We want those dash cams and body cams released immediately. Immediately. We don't want it to wait. We want to see exactly what happened so the community can come to their conclusion and what happened to Mr. Maurice Minson. It is sad all over America. There has been 181 black men died since George Floyd's death in the hands of the police department. And the black communities are tired, crying and mourning over the black man and female who being killed by the police department. For a man to be shot 5 or 6 times is over-policing to me. We want to know, and we want answers right away. I want to introduce to my left the interim president of Racial Justice Network, the Reverend Maynor. Pastor Maynor.
Good afternoon. And again, we have to say my condolences to the family behind. I want you to take the time to look at this baby. Where's that baby at? That baby would never see his father again. We're asking for accountability. We're asking for transparency. Do you see this? This young man would never know who his father, he knows an inkling of who his father was, but the great man that his father is, he would never know that because he was taken away from him.
That's right.
In this community, a community that is 51% black. Why are we still fighting
That's right.
for equality?
Right.
In a time like 2021,
That's right.
we ought to be thanking God that we have people like these to have our back. Listen, I'm going to say this to you, and I want you to meditate on this. If this was your child,
That's right.
if this was your brother,
That's right, brother.
if this was your cousin, if this was your uncle,
That's
how would you feel?
Woo. Woo.
How would you feel? My God.
Hallelujah.
My name is Reverend Charles Glover Sr. I'm the Field Director for Racial Justice Network. I would like to say to the family, you have my condolences. I know how it is to suffer a loss of a loved one, dear friend, dear brother, dear father in Christ. I know that losing a father, and here you have a son that would never get a chance to play football or basketball or either baseball with his daddy. And it is so sad when it comes down to law enforcement, where we're going to go in communities and racially profile folks just because we are black, the color of our skin, and get away with it. This is something that we are pretty much tired of, not only here in other states. We're pretty much tired of the racial profiling. And even here in Savannah, Georgia, I just read a part of a case that just happened in a police chase. A white guy stole a police car,
There you go.
went on a high-speed chase, went up one-way traffic, shot at the police, but yet he's still living. What if it was a black person? He would have been dead, somebody's family would have been planning his funeral, or they would have been sitting up at a sitting up, and his family still would suffer a loss. But how can you justify not killing a white when you have already killed the black?
There you go.
You cannot justify that, because here you already proved it here in Savannah, Georgia. We're going to take care of our whites, but the blacks still would have to suffer. And we're pretty much tired of it. We're not here. This is not a pit on. This is a come on. We're going to tell you, we're not going to accept it.
No.
We're going to take it. We're going to take it to the limit. We want answers, and we need those answers as soon as possible. We're not playing with this because we're tired of it. This is not our first rodeo. We've been there, done that. So I would say to the police chief and to the mayor, we want answers. We want the video cam. We want the body cam. And we also want the cam off of the video that assumedly said that he blew a stoplight. And where is the gun? Where is the gun? That's in question.
Okay. We know that the police department is probably getting ready to mess up Mr. Maury's character. They always do. They put his record on TV telling them how many arrests he had. We expect them to do that. But any man can change his life. Anyone can change his life. And I want his sister to tell the community of Savannah how he was on the road and changing his life and loving his son. When you saw his son, you saw him.
Take your time, sister.
This one hard. It's a hard one. We just need justice. My brother was a good person, despite his past. Everybody have a past. He was always around his son. He was always around his family. He was always around us. It's just hard. It's real hard. I can't even think, sleep, eat. It's real hard. And for them to take him like that, it's sad. It's just so sad that they would actually do that. My nephew would never see his daddy again. How could we explain that to him? He's 3. We will never be able to explain that to him. He looked for his daddy, wondering where he at, because he know that his daddy would be right here if he wasn't gone. It's just so sad. And I just feel like, why would they do that to him? Like, he's no threat. He wasn't no threat. He wouldn't point no gun. Like, that's just crazy. We just need justice. We need to see the body cam. We need to see something to show us, give us some peace, give us a peace of mind. Like, it's just so sad. Like, it's just so sad.
We are going to let the aunt speak who raised him, because his parents died, and she can tell you a lot about his character. So if you can just come closer. Don't let her come down there. Huh? Yeah, well, please look at us a lot.
Can we pull
Yeah, we can pull
the microphone anyone closer?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Just talk loud. You can stand. And,
No, I can't stand.
let's go.
I am Maurice's aunt, but just like a mother. Maurice grew up around me as a child. Yes, he had a past, but then he decided to do the right thing. He loved his son. Every time you seen him, you seen his son. And I miss him so much. I miss him so much because he the one that helped me up and down my steps because I'm in this wheelchair. And I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that every morning between 9 or 10 o'clock. My doorbell rang, and I know who it is. It's Maurice. And the way he had to leave this world is sad. Very sad. I miss him. He was a good guy. A good guy. Never bothered nobody. He will give you anything that he had. He will give you his shirt off his back. And I love him so much and I miss him. All I want is justice. Justice. That's all I'm asking for.
And now we're gonna let the mother of his son speak to what she knows about Mr. Maurice, because they stayed together. Okay.
I just want justice for my son. I want justice and peace. This is why he lived. This is why he changed his life. A part of my son is gone. I just want justice. I can't do it.
Good try, Holly. Good try.
Good try. Now, as we move along, Mr. Eric Johnson wants to say exactly what he saw because he was the driver of the car that was stopped. And he wants to say exactly what he saw. Mr. Johnson.
Take your time,
What I saw was a cowardly act. What I saw was a cowardly act by the Savannah Police Department, a traffic stop, turned into something else. And it took him away from MJ. They shot him in the back for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. No weapons, no this, no that was found at all. And I really don't have any respect for that. You know. I really just can't fan him else. I see him every day, and this is a loss for the family, friends, and everybody else. You know. And that's about it.
There is another witness who was on the street. He won't tell exactly what he saw.
Well, I actually seen everything because I was waiting on them to come back. They left me to go to the store to come back. And, like, actually, he tried to run away from the man. You shot a man trying to run away. That's what happened. But they control the narrative and they changing everything up. It's like a slap in the face because I told the GBI what happened. I told them what I saw. And they still control the narrative. So, like, I don't know. It's like they just get away with whatever they want to. And I seen the whole thing. So, like, how y'all gonna tell me what I seen and keep changing up these news stories? Every day the story changed. He pointed a gun this day. He did this day. What the truth at? What the footage at? That's what I want. What the footage at? That's what I want. I want to see the footage.
We want to see.
Amen. That's all I gotta say, man. Jumping for Maurice, man.
Amen.
Okay, we're going to let the attorney speak for the family. Okay.
My name's Danny Dalton with the law firm of Mickelson Dalton. We work closely with the Racial Justice Network. Eloquent and beautiful, moving words already. There's not a lot I can add to that. They don't teach you this in law school. This is a human, very human and raw loss. He was a brother, he was a son, he was a nephew, he was a father, he was a friend. This is a family that's hurting. You look behind me and you see them and they're hurting. This is a community that's hurting. And you hear them. All they're asking for is truth, transparency. They want to see the videos. They want to see what happened for themselves. And the family deserves it. The community deserves it. And so that's what they're here asking for today. What they deserve and what the community deserves. The truth and transparency.
Thank you. We want to ask the community to remain calm until we see the dash cams and the body cams to come to the conclusion on what happened to Mr. Maury Mincy. We are puzzled from what the witness saw and what the police department is putting out. So the dash cams and the body cams will tell the story and what happened. Like I said earlier, my office is out of Charleston, South Carolina. We have 9 chapters across the state of South Carolina, 1 here and 1 in New York City. So we will mobilize our chapters to come here if we need to protest and demonstrate. Remember, we are a non-violent organization. We don't believe in violence. So if we have to protest and demonstrate because they feel that they cannot release those body cams and dash cams within a few days, we will mobilize all the chapters across South Carolina and the people in Savannah to demand in front of Mayor Johnson's office that we want to see those body cams and those dash cams. All right. So there's any question from the media that you like to ask to family members or myself? If not, that's the end of this press conference. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank Alderman Dietrich Lagan for coming out and being with us, asking for transparency. That's all we're asking for. Accountability and transparency. And as Elder said, we're staying calm so we can get the results. And I believe in my heart that we're going to find out
Amen.
the truth. And like we always say, if there's no justice, the people have no peace. Good night.
Thank you. All right, family, we want to go in the house so you can talk with him. So